Okay.
All right,
Mitchell,
man.
start again.
Start up.
All right, we get a lot of people that come into the record store with a pile of records, insisting that they sold on eBay for $300 or $350, and think that that's what we're going to pay them for the record, not taking into account that the person who's selling their item may be listing that record at $300 without any idea of what they're actually going to sell it for, what it's actually going to like sell for, or the fact that the version that they're holding in their hand and bringing into our store is a different version of the album than what they're seeing on eBay. They're not taking any of that into
They'll
account.
come in and they'll be like, "Yo, I saw this for $350."
This crumpled, wrinkled, beat
And I'll
up
say, "But I can't
record.
do anything with it." And they'll be like, "But it's yellow."
Yeah, it's got art with it.
Fuck.
Yeah, people who want to sell the things that have no idea what they're worth, but like you said, they see it on eBay.
We
What they
can't
don't
discredit them. We have to discredit the jerk-offs that are doing it.
Correct.
But are they jerk-offs? Because there's other jerk-offs
No, they don't.
paying the money for the jerk-off price they're asking.
They don't realize, like the older people who will come in who say, "Oh, I found this collection. It was my wife's or whatever." They literally know nothing about it. They're not the jerk off, I don't think. The people on eBay are the ones that we saw for one of those your tickets, John's ticket. He's buying concert tickets are $40, and someone was already trying to resell it for $200. That's
It's
another
a free
one.
market.
Yeah.
Are we mad at people for trying to make a buck?
No, but I don't like when people get taken advantage of. Because if they don't know, they think that's the price I have to pay. They don't know that they need to check around to Discogs and go to other places.
And I'm not calling any of these people the assholes.
No.
I'm just seeing where the asshole title bounces. So it just bounced from the guy selling it to maybe the guy that's not doing the proper research is the asshole.
True. That's true. If he doesn't do the proper research and then he gets mad at you for not buying it because he checked one thing, and you brought up a good point earlier when we were looking at a buy, you got to check when it last sold and what it sold for. And you got to check it on Discogs as well. You got to go across the board. So people look at just the high number and think that's what they're going to get. But the other thing is,
I think we're all assholes. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. Because we're talking about it in a record store, you're not going to pay $350 if that's what it's going for on eBay. You have to make a profit, right?
What about what you bring in?
Store overhead, right?
You bring something in that is max,
right?
A $50 record mint, and
you expect $350.
But because you saw $350 somewhere,
right.
I'm putting the asshole in the hands of the person who just wants to get rich quick.
Yeah,
that's the guy selling it for $350. You're a jerk.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're a total jerk.
We see those people at the record shows. Yeah, they have to have records up on the wall selling them for 2 and 3 times what they're actually valued at. People go in there not knowing, thinking, going to a record show, I'm going to get a deal. Right? It's not online.
No, you don't get a deal. There's no record show deal anymore. You go to a record show, you get robbed.
You get robbed.
You get raped.
You get because you
store is so much better than a record show now.
I know.
With prices. It's wild, man.
Online. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but what I see a lot too is, the person who's selling that $300 record, there may be something very special about that particular record that makes it $300.
It is.
It's not like, the people that, when Michael Jackson died, came and said, "Oh, Michael Jackson just died. My copy of Thriller, which sold 300 billion copies, is now worth money because he died." Well, there's 300 billion of them in the world.
Well, I think that's our train of conversation is that, not that one special.
Right.
Because this started out with a fucking Rolling Stones zipper cover.
Yeah.
At $350. You're out of your mind. Hammered record.
Right.
Unplayable.
But, the person that's bringing that in here, they just see that on
eBay.
They don't do the research of what is it about this particular record that this particular person on eBay is selling that makes it a $300 record?
Well, he thought
and that doesn't even mean that doesn't even mean that copy on eBay is going to sell for that much.
Andy Warhol
but people
art.
Well, that's
see
what he
that,
said. He said,
and they think every copy
I know
is a $300
But he
record.
assumed, I think he rightly assumed that, it's expensive because it was Andy Warhol art.
Yeah, but it's a
mass-produced
piece
Andy
of
Warhol.
Andy Warhol
Yeah,
art.
you can actually go online and buy Andy Warhol art for about $350 because it was mass-produced.
Yeah.
So,
I dislike it. I dislike that people are getting taken advantage of. I dislike that people don't do their own research. And because of the record boom, it's record. Everybody who has a record thinks that record is invaluable.
Right.
And it's not.
And people have started doing the thing where, their records are booming again. Let's go buy records. I'm not going to open this record. I'm going to keep it because it's going to go up in value. And I'm like, no, records are going to do the same thing that they did before. We're having a boom right now. And they're going to come back.
It's going to level out.
This isn't like art where it just increases. It never goes down. You know, real estate. It's like records are not that. And people who think that they're going to get rich off of it.
Yeah,
and
so
you would have thought they would have learned from Beanie Babies and Funko Pops. You know?
The mainstay expensive records will stay expensive.
Sure, but those are about a special pressing or some rare
The
aspect.
modern mass-produced
stuff.
65 variants that are out right now, maybe $75, and you paid $30 for it, but it's going to go back down to $30. All those Chili Peppers, 17 colors of unlimited love. Every one of them is selling for $75 to $100. It's a $40 record.
A year from now.
Look at them. Their people can't give them away.
Yeah, I think that the perfect example of
Pearl
this
Jam.
is the which we have a copy of in the store. Howard Stern's Crucified by the FCC, which when it was a very limited thing that he sold himself, was selling for $600. You know, on eBay. But then CD burners came out. And then everybody started burning it and selling it on eBay for $10. A burned copy. It completely destroyed the market for that original box set, which you can now get at record shows for $10. You know, it's not a $600 item anymore.
Just do your research.
Yeah,
don't be a dick and don't charge people way too much money for what you know isn't worth it.
And don't be surprised when you find out that something isn't that huge high value that you thought it was.
Yeah, it's okay to work
right
for what you earn.
But there's more to what makes something valuable than just having a copy of it.
Yeah.
A pressing, what label it was on, whether there's something different about the cover, like you have the Guns N' Roses behind there that has the different words on it. I don't remember what it says.
Oh.
Wife beating has been around for 10,000 years.
So this is there were 3 versions of this. One had nipple. This one has no nipple. I think the nipple was definitely Canadian.
Okay.
And or UK. And then wife beating has been around for 10,000 years. Somebody got all freaked out and took it off and
now it just
lies.
Right. So now this one here is
this is more valuable because of the wife beating.
But is it less valuable because it has the breast covered up?
No, not really. But the record's
but now
pretty
look at the
beat
condition.
up.
Yeah,
so
the condition of this, the record is hammered.
It's a $10 record.
The whole
probably.
thing, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all.
Remember, you can't play the cover. The cover is still
water
okay.
damage on it, and I don't know, mold or what this is that's growing on here.
No, that's just brown shit.
And whether or not any of that will come through in there, but I mean, it's
probably a $10 record.
It's massacre.
Maybe 15 because of the cover, but other than that,
I was going to buy it until I saw how bad the record is in it. I just can't do it. But then you
have 3 copies.
I'm an asshole like that. That has to have the perfect, pristine copy of everything.
I like the beat up copy because somebody's got to take it. Somebody has to show it love, man.
Right, but you've got one. You got the Canadian one? Yeah, a couple of them. Yeah, I know. Still got to work towards that. So something new for me to try to hunt down.
You all set?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna wrap this one up here, guys. Thanks for tuning in and enjoying whatever this conversation was about.